Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's pretty dark. I'm trying to catch some light here for you. There you go. You can see me a little bit. But I'm at the airport momentarily waiting for a pickup. And not too many cars here at the moment, so that's why I'm here. And I was thinking, I haven't really announced or made an announcement about my free video training course to teach rideshare drivers how to build a six-figure rideshare business as a rideshare driver. I'm putting that course together as we speak, and it will launch in December or January, depending on how quickly I can get it done. But right now we're looking at a December launch date. But you can sign up for it now, so I'm going to announce it to you now so that you can sign up and you won't miss it, and you can get it for free. So the link will be in the description below. It's elliottpotter.net/free VT. That's video training, free VT. elliottpotter.net/free VT. That's where you can sign up to subscribe to my free video training course for rideshare drivers that will apply whether you drive for Uber or Lyft or any other company out there. So in addition to that, I just want to talk about greetings. So when you drive rideshare, typically it's a very repetitive task, meaning that you go to the same places and pick up people over and over and over again. And success leaves clues. When you do something successful, instead of being spontaneous all the time, or instead of just trying to think of what to say or what to do all the time, what I suggest you do is to script your greetings. I'm going to give you an example. And I go into a lot more depth in the video training course. But this is just a scripted greeting that I use for airport pickups every single time, every single day. So anytime somebody is picked up from the airport and they get in my car, this is what I do. I greet them outside my vehicle. I lift up the back of the lift gate, and I will help them load their luggage if they have luggage to load, or I'll load it for them at no additional cost. I don't expect anything. I don't expect a tip for that or anything like that. I just do it because it's what a professional does. And some people don't even want me to. They'll do it themselves, and that's fine with me too. So I don't have a great debate about that. It's pretty much a silent task. So I either go to grab the luggage and help them, grab it and do it for them, or allow them to do it because it's obvious that they want to do it themselves. So that's the first thing. Then we get in the vehicle. When we get in the vehicle, I always ask the same question every single time to start the ride. And that question is, how was your flight? Before I say anything else, I don't tell them my name or anything else first. How was your flight? So they tell me how their flight was. That gets the conversation rolling. After they tell me how their flight was, I'll confirm, because usually I confirm their name outside the vehicle before we load the luggage. And so I already know that I have the right passenger before we put their luggage in the vehicle. But once we're in the vehicle, I ask them how was their flight. I let them tell me, and then I ask them where'd they fly in from. That gives them another opportunity to give me more information and tell me about themselves. Then I start the trip and I confirm their destination address with them and make sure before we go anywhere that it's right. That doesn't mean that I'm not already moving, because sometimes you can do that while you're moving forward carefully, making sure that you're not hitting anybody and you're not driving crazy and you're being safe and you're paying attention to the people who are pulling up on either side of you as you're at the rideshare pickup zone for the airport, because it gets pretty busy. So I carefully do that and confirm the destination. Once we confirm the destination, we're on our way. So if they're coming back into town because they live in the town, I'll tell them, welcome home. if they're visiting from out of town, I'll ask them, oh, that you're from Connecticut? What brings you to San Antonio? You know, or, oh, you're from San Francisco? What brings you to San Antonio? And they'll tell me, and that starts the conversation. Number one, I ask them how their flight was. You might not care, but it's courteous, it's polite, it's friendly, it's kind, and it lets them know, or at least feel, that somebody cares how their flight was. They might have had a horrible flight. Let them tell you about it. They might have had the smoothest flight ever. Let them tell you about it. It might have been okay, and they just say, it was fine. That's it. So you don't have to pull and prod and do anything else after that. But once they tell you how their flight was, ask, where'd you fly in from? And they'll tell you. And then from there, oh, what brings you to town? Or welcome home. Or is this your first time in San Antonio? Is this your first time in LA? Is this your first time in Boston? Wherever you are. And if it is, welcome them. Well, welcome to Miami. Glad to have you. It's a great city. Wherever you're driving. That right there sets you apart from most drivers. It makes you a professional, and it gives you an idea in the first 60 seconds to the first 3 or 4 minutes of the ride whether or not there's somebody who's going to want to talk, or going to want to be on the phone making phone calls, or just want silence, or if they're tired and they just want to rest, or whatever the case may be. That's important to know, because you can either continue the ride building rapport and having a great time with your passenger, verbally communicating, or just being a professional and driving them where they need to go in silence, or letting them make their phone calls, whatever it is that they want. So for me, it's scripted. I don't write it down. I know what I'm going to say every single time. Every single pickup at the airport is the same. Now, that's just an example. The airport is one place that I pick up. Well, there's lots of places that I pick up frequently, and that I pick up over and over and over and over and over again at those same places. So at those places, I have something totally different scripted, if it's appropriate. Some places you don't need anything scripted, but everybody that gets in my vehicle, I'm going to greet them, let them know that I'm interested in showing kindness and smiling and laughing and asking them how they're doing, asking them, where they're coming from, where they're going, without getting into an interrogation and trying to be doing 20 questions or whatever. So that lets people know that you're a professional as a driver, that you're taking an interest in them, and it also puts them in a certain comfort zone, in a comfort level with you. And that's what you want every passenger to have. You want your passengers to get in your vehicle and not feel awkward, not feel like you don't care about them, not feel like you're just thinking about your fare, not feel like there's an awkward conversation or awkward silence, or that you don't care that they need to make phone calls and you want to interrupt them, or that what you have to tell them is more important than the conversation that they're having between themselves. You never ever want to do that. So that's why I use scripted conversation to initiate. Now, that doesn't mean that I have a list of 10 different things I'm going to ask them. It just means I have 1 or 2 for when the ride starts that are common to them and where they're coming from. So that's one key to being successful and becoming a 5-star rideshare driver. I am a 5-star driver here in San Antonio, Texas. If you want to be, sign up for my free video training course. You'll be one of the first people to get on the exclusive list of free members that can sign up before it ever becomes something that's paid. Sign up now so that you're one of the free members, free subscribers to it, and you're also going to get offered some bonuses when it launches. On top of that, subscribe to this channel because I'm always providing stuff for you guys. And if you've already subscribed, like, share, comment, ask your questions below, and let's ride share daily. Ride share to success. And if you're like me and you want to be, ride share to six figures. Let's go.